Hi everybody, I hope everything's going well for you. Um, Here I am finally out in the woods again um, with the blessing of my better half. So I just wanted to take you through my camp, show you what I got, give you the tour so to speak. If you hear anything behind me, there are some folks that pulled up right next to me in my campsite. So it is what it is. I would have moved, but I was already set up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stay where I'm at. But anyway, I've got to give a shout out to Eat Carbs Outdoors because he kind of inspired me in a way. I knew about the existence of the military pup tent, but haven't really looked really hard into it. And I saw the one that he had, so I started looking around a little bit. And there's a little surplus slash, secondhand store. They've got all kinds of stuff in there. And I started looking around in there and I noticed they had a pretty good shape half shelter in there. So I bought that one. I took it and then I liked it so much that I went ahead and just bought the other one. So I have that out here with me today. I'll give you a little example. You can see that van back there behind me. That's the other folks that showed up just recently. Okay, let me show you what I have going on here. You'll have to excuse the stakes because I couldn't really drive them any further. There seems to be a rock foundation underneath all this soil, so not a lot I could do with it. So this is my pup tent. I have the UCO candle lantern there in the front. I went ahead and cracked out a bushcraft chair real fast for a place to sit, at least while I'm cooking anyway. And if I take you inside, I want to show you this little thing that I made. So all I did was I took a stick with a Y in it that'll fit around this pole, and I tied some bank line from there to there, and this will stay wherever you put it. All you have to do is turn this and this whole thing will turn. So then, and if you don't want it up at all, you can just break the tension on that and it'll hang straight down. But I just didn't want it close to that pole, so I decided to make this little standoff for it. And then later on when I go inside, I can flip it around and it'll hang out right there for me. And inside I just have some Cordura. It's actually I don't want to say a pad, but a piece of a cot. And what I use it for is normally if I want to make a cot out in the woods, I cut the poles and everything and I just run them through these areas that I have sewn up here. See, there's a loop here and then there's a loop on the other side. So it doubles as either a ground mat or a cot or whatever I want it to be. And inside here I have my Hellcat mod Alice pack. Let me get that out of your way. And I have a MSS sleep system. I have the full system with the bivy inside that. I probably won't need it, but I've got it anyway if I want it. And you can see my little Russian shovel on top there. Right now that's probably more for a weapon than anything. And tonight to eat, see here we can't have campfires right now, so I have my Firebox Nano with the Trangia, and I have my Pathfinder skillet, bannock mix, cheese. I have tomato sauce and chicken, so I can have a chicken calzone or something like that tonight, or maybe just make a couple of little pizzas and just cook them up in the Pathfinder skillet. Also have some butter here. So anyway, just wanted to take you through my camp, show you what I've got going on this morning. I've got a beautiful sunset happening here. Here's some kids in the background or something. I heard some thunder earlier, But luckily I think it's going to pass me by because I haven't done anything to waterproof this pup tent just yet. And it also has a little pinhole in it, but I don't think that'll be a big issue. I'll fix that when I get around to it. It's got some lighter colors on it. I don't know if that's dust or just oxidation or what. God knows how long it was sitting in that store, and who knows what it's been through before that. All right, I'm gonna get cooking and I'll get back to you. All right, it's time to eat. Here's my bannock, tomato sauce, chicken, and mozzarella cheese. I don't know if this is a pizza or what, but it is good. I give you that. Only thing I can say is the Trangia, even with the simmer ring on and it being about 2/3 closed, it was still quite a bit of heat for the bottom, so it did kind of char the bottom a little bit. It still tastes great though. I would just recommend trying to find a way to cook it a little bit slower. I don't know, maybe lower the Trangia down into the Firebox Nano a little bit, or if you're using the full-size Firebox, you could definitely lower it down quite a bit. So, yeah, I'm eating. Catch you in a little bit. All right, first night in the military pup tent. What I like about it, what I didn't like about it. What I didn't like about it was that, there's no real seal to the ground. And mostly that's my fault because I didn't stake the tent actually to the ground. The stakes are up pretty high due to that rock layer that I didn't want to hammer the stakes through. So, it probably would be a little bit better in that aspect. You get ants. There's one crawling over there right now. In the middle of the night, I had a couple of moths fly in because I had the candle lantern going, and I had a cricket come through, and stuff like that. Nothing that was that big of a deal. But, if you're in the desert, snakes could possibly come and visit you, or at any landscape, really. But to me, that's not really a big deal because what I used to sleep in anyway was just, a lean-to type shelter with a tarp, and I just, sleep on a cot type thing that I would make out of logs and a piece of Cordura. So for me, that's not really a negative. The positives for me, well, one of them would be the same exact thing, the gap between the wall and the ground, because the tent breathes really well, but you don't feel like it's so much air that your heat's being stolen. I'm quite over bagged for this trip anyway. I have the full MSS sleep system right here, which is way too much for the temperature that I was at. So I actually had to get out of the bag and go walk around for a while to cool off in the middle of the night a couple of times. But other than that, I love this thing. This is, it's got a couple of little pinholes. I can see them now in the sun that I need to work on, but also not a big deal. I paid $15 a half for this thing, so $30 total in this tent. And honestly, I can't beat it for that. I really can't beat it for that price. I'm really sorry about that camera shaking. This wind is going crazy. So this and the little UCO lantern were a perfect fit last night, especially with the little arm, rig that I have going on here to hold the candle lantern up and keep it away from the walls and keep it off of the roof and all that kind of stuff because I don't want it to start burning anything. Yeah, definitely for the price, for me to have a canvas tent, it's a great tent. And then maybe later on I might even upgrade it to make it a hot tent, because you actually could probably put a stove jack in here somewhere. And it's canvas, you can sew on it. Not bad. If you put a hole in it or something, you can sew it up and retreat it. Not a big deal. Definitely worked for me. Well, I'm gonna go outside and get some coffee going. Maybe cook a pancake or something like that, easy, and go ahead and pack up and get back to the family. All right, due to the poor weather coming in, it's, as you can probably see behind me, getting pretty dark. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pack it up and head home. There's no sense in trying to start cooking on, some pancakes and whatnot, and some coffee and all that, just to get, rained out. I already took down the tent and all that stuff, so I would have no shelter if that were to happen. Um, I don't feel like putting all that back up just to take it back down and leave soon anyway. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and end this video here. If you joined me, I really appreciate it. Like I said, I'm not trying to get rich on YouTube. Not really even trying to make any money on YouTube. I'm not trying to monetize. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want to take you with me. If you can't get out here and in some way it entertains you for a minute to watch one of my videos and feel like you're out here with me, then that's where I'm at. I'm happy with that. So, along the lines of that, I also want, maybe a long time from now, if YouTube still exists and these videos are still up, they haven't deleted my account to make room for, real YouTubers. Maybe my kids will be able to see these videos one day, and they'll have a way to see me and hear me and remember me and see what I like to do. Um, so, it's win-win. I'm not trying to take anything from anybody. I'm not trying to gain anything. I'm strictly just trying to enjoy myself and help other people enjoy themselves. That's it. It's really all I'm looking for. So, if this video did any of that for you, I definitely appreciate that. Have a good one. Bye.